This is Western Mass News.
We're following new developments in that deadly shooting that took place in Springfield yesterday involving 3 children under the age of 13. Thanks for joining us on this Tuesday. Welcome to Western Mass News at 5. I'm Chris Pisano.
And I'm Abby Carnevale. We now have learned the shooter committed suicide after shooting and killing the grandmother, then opening gunfire, hitting 2 out of the 3 children in the home. Western Mass News reporter Kristen Burnell joins us live with the latest. Kristen?
Chris and Abby, we have learned that the shooter has now been identified as 34-year-old Victor Nieves. And he left his upstairs apartment yesterday before he forcibly entered his neighbor's front door and began shooting at the people inside, 3 children and their grandmother. Now, investigators say Nieves then turned the gun on himself and committed suicide. According to the Hampton District Attorney's Office, Springfield police officers responded to 174 Berkshire Ave at 2:40 p.m. yesterday. Our Western Mass News crews arrived shortly after that, where we captured this video of the scene. Now, upon arrival, officers made entry to this first-floor apartment and found Nieves dead on the floor alongside 52-year-old Kim Fairbanks of Springfield and a dead dog. Officers then entered a bedroom where they found 3 siblings, ages 12, 10, and 5, 2 of which appeared to be victims of gunshot wounds. All 3 were rushed to Bay State Medical Center. The 10-year-old girl was shot and airlifted to Boston Children's Hospital, where she remains in critical condition. The 12-year-old girl who was shot remains in stable condition at Bay State, and the 5-year-old boy was unharmed. Hampton District Attorney Anthony Gallooni releasing a statement that says in part, quote, "This is one of the most heinous and cowardly acts to which I've had to bear and witness as District Attorney. As investigators, we will do everything we can to support this family as we move forward and close the criminal investigation." Now, neighbors who witnessed yesterday's events unfold tell us they are deeply saddened by what happened and did not want to go on camera today for an interview, saying they're completely overcome with emotions following this incident. Now, coming up at 6, we'll speak with a behavioral health specialist who gives a little more resources for those who witnessed and experienced this traumatic event. For now, reporting live in Springfield, Kristen Burnell, Western Mass News.